Okay, what?
You're supposed to say, ready, cut. I mean, you know. No, just.
Introduce yourself. My name's Seth Spain.
Hello, Beth.
And you are Dr. Burke.
Mr. Burke, actually.
Mr. Burke. And how long have you been here?
I am in my 23rd or 24th year, a long time, since 1986. Do the math.
Yeah. And what is it that you do here?
I am director of theater.
We are studying Shakespearean comedy. What are some of the themes of Shakespeare's comedy?
Well, he has a variety of different comedies. I think I mentioned to you the other day, he does a lot of romantic comedies where we're sort of we're dealing with the issues around romance, lovers trying to get together and the different things that keep them apart, like Midsummer Night's Dream.
Right.
And then he has a lot of kind of buffoonery, or what we call slapstick comedy. And I mentioned comedy of errors again, where there's a lot of just physical comedy. And then the other type is he might have more word-oriented or mental comedy, idea comedy.
Ideas. His ideas, where do they come from?
Oh, well, you know, Shakespeare stole from everybody. So, yeah, so like Comedy of Errors, for example, was written by, it's called The Twin Menechmi. It's a Roman play written by, I think, Plautus. And he rewrote it as for his own, you know, just took the idea. There was no copyright issues when they were talking about some of these. It's just wherever you find an idea. I'm not sure, I mean, I don't know Shakespeare well enough to say this was the source for Midsummer Night's Dream or Twelfth Night or whatever.
So would you say that his, as far as a source, maybe it would be social issues or?
No, mythology. Yeah, he used mythology a lot, and then also he is, in a sense, yes, responding to the time. So, for example, Measure for Measure, which we're doing, is he is responding very specifically to a censorship law that was passed, I think, in 1607. And it was the law, it was just in London only, it was a capital offense to use the name of God in writing. And so he was responding to the absurdity of that law. And so he uses a lot of "by Jove," "for heaven's sake," you know, so in every one of those places in Midsummer Night's Dream, you should probably replace it with the name of God. So he was satirically responding back to the Puritan elements in London that had control of the city at that moment.
Okay.
That's why it's a dark comedy too, because it's satire. He is making fun of them.
So if you were to, I guess, define Shakespeare's comedies, how would you give it a definition?
Well, it includes all those. You know, and there's a variety. Just to understand comedy itself, you know, tragedy is pretty easy to define. Comedy is very difficult to define because there are a variety of different comedies. There are three main types. You have comedy of idea, comedy of character, and then comedy of situation. And Shakespeare works in all three. He has a character like Falstaff is a very funny character. He puts you in weird situations like Comedy of Errors, where you have the twins and separated birth in a strange city. And then he has comedy of ideas like Measure for Measure, where he is making fun of or poking fun of an idea. Then the other thing with comedy is you can combine those in a variety of different ways. So it's not just about this, it's all three put together, whatever. So he is working in every form of comedy available.
Why do you think that he used comedy in his plays?
Probably got tired of the tragedy. No, I don't know. Most of the comedies, oddly enough, were done in the winter. And so Shakespeare's performing in two different locations. He's doing the Globe, you know, which is outdoor, mostly summer, you know, when it's warm. In the winter, they're still needing work. And so they do Inns of Courts, and they're performing for a lot of royalty, parties, celebrations. And so a lot of the comedies are done for the first time in that setting. So it might be a royal night, or someone sponsors, you know, they're going to have a big wedding party or something like that, and they want some entertainment. So they hire Shakespeare to write a play. It's going to be funny. They don't want a tragedy at that kind of event.
Right. And I guess kind of my last question is the topic of problem comedies. I know that the
Measure for Measure being one, right. Because it's not really it's a comedy in that it ends happily.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know whether, we kind of grapple with that. We think it's more of a melodrama because the overriding themes are so intense. And so it's a dark, if nothing would be what we would call a dark comedy. Because it has these very serious overtones. So most comedy is only dealing on a psychological level, not a moral level. And this is a comedy that's on a moral level. And so it makes it much more complicated. When we start dealing with people's motivations of morality, of what they truly believe about things, that gets insightful and heavy.
Well, thank you very much for
Great,
giving
okay.
us your opinion.
Good, I hope that helped.
Yeah, you did.